So good morning also from my side. My name is René Zandbergen, very Dutch name, that's why we're only using the first names. I'm the category manager for running footwear. I'm with this company now for 12.5 years. I'm with Asics for 12.5 years. And I'm responsible, together with my team, for the running footwear collection. Today, I would like to welcome you all to the presentation, the launch of a brand new shoe with a brand new technology in our collection. It's called the Gel Super J33, and it's the natural running shoe for the overgrenade. Before I dive into the details of this shoe, I would like to explain a little bit more about where this shoe fits into our collection. Natural running started as a trend, but it has now evolved into a strong category. As a matter of fact, in Germany right now, it's the biggest running footwear category. Natural for us is all about improving performance by mixing up your running. We strongly believe by mixing up your running, you can become a stronger runner, and you can increase your performance, you can improve your performance and better your best. It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter if you run 10Ks or half marathons like me or full marathons. You need to be prepared, you need to train. But you all know about this because you're all in sports, right? That's clear. So, with natural running, it is the chance to improve your performance. That's also how we have looked at our whole running collection. So we have defined four different categories to improve your performance by mixing up your running. We have road, so road running, we have trail running, we have speed, and we have natural running. If we're talking about road running shoes, then we're talking about specific shoes which offer you more protection, more comfort, more cushioning. And then we're talking about a shoe which helps you to run your long runs, because that's where you need to have a little bit more protection. In speed running, we're talking about race day. So when your event is, that's where you want to go as fast as possible. So that's when you want to have the lightest shoe available. So that's the most important part in our speed collection. Another perfect way to mix up the signals, to mix up your running, is do trail running. Because trail running is changing really fast. Because sometimes you need to go uphill, downhill, you're running in the forest, off-road, on-road. But also the conditions change rapidly. Because I have experienced this myself about 2 months ago when I joined the Cross de Mont Blanc. I was supposed to run 23K on a Saturday. So I got there on Thursday, was very well prepared, and I first watched the 80K run on Friday because I wanted to watch our French trail team joining that race. It was beautiful weather on Friday. The sun was shining. They were running 80K. It takes them about 10 to 11 hours because, it's quite a distance. And even during that race, it already struck me that they changed their footwear. So they don't only get a drink, they also change their footwear sometimes. Because when they go higher up the mountain, the surface changes into rocks. So that's where you need to have different footwear. So I watched the race, very nice race, and on Saturday I had to do my race. Friday evening, prepared everything so I was in time for the race. Then Saturday morning, opened the curtains, pouring with rain. So I thought, that's a little bit worse than a lovely sunshine. So that changes the surface and the conditions immediately, right? Because everything gets wet, everything gets slippery, and that made me decide to change my footwear as well. Because I needed more protection, I needed more comfort, more support, and most important, the traction, of course. So in trail, it's all about the outsole. Today, we're talking about natural running. And also in natural running, we have a very clear point of view if it comes to footwear. Because natural running for us is about a less structured shoe. So less structured than a Milano, less structured than a Nimbus, which are our road running shoes for your long runs, less structured than the US Trainer, and even less structured than the US Razor, which are our speed running shoes. But we're still offering the right amount of protection and comfort. We also think that the natural running shoes should be used as a second shoe, so next to your road running shoe, for instance. To alternate your training and to mix up your running to become a stronger runner. So why? Why do you need to mix up your running with natural running shoes? Andrew already talked about it. By changing the way you train, by mixing up the signals, you actually challenge your muscles, you challenge your tendons, you challenge your bones. And that's how you can become stronger. So how do you do that? If you go out for a long run, I do that most of the times when I'm preparing for my half marathon or a marathon. I do that most of the times in the weekend. I always ask my son to join me on his bike, because he can then bring my refreshments. But that's not the only thing I'm doing, or that's not the only thing I need. Because when I'm doing my long runs, I need to have more protection. I need to have more comfort and more cushioning and support. Because that will actually allow me to enjoy that long run as well. But when I'm doing my short runs, so during the weekdays, most of the times you have a little bit less time because you're working during the weekdays, and then it's ideal to do your short runs. And I want to go a little bit faster, and I want to challenge my muscles. That's when I grab a pair of my natural running shoes. Now in spring-summer 12 we entered the natural running category with our first collection, but it was actually spring-summer 13 when we introduced a groundbreaking new technology for the neutral type of runner, and it's called fluid access. And fluid access is all about allowing the shoe to work together with the foot. I've highlighted here the most important part of fluid access. You can see the green bar. And maybe a few of you already recognize the positioning and the direction of this green bar. Because it's actually the X of the subtalar joint, which is in the foot. And the subtalar joint is responsible for the most important movements during running. Because it's responsible for pronation and supination. So it's actually changing your foot from a mobile adapter into a strong lever to push off in the most efficient way. Now this is built for the neutral type of running. And with this fluid access, you allow the shoe to work together with the foot. So it allows pronation and supination. And in our opinion, that's the most natural way of running. Neutral execution. Now, what if I would say that we have made a shoe which is extremely flexible, extremely lightweight, no dual max, no thrusting, no heel counter, but still offering the right kind of support for the overpronate? Then you would probably all say, no, that's impossible. But we did. Because that's our new gel Super J33, built for the overpronator with a new fluid access execution. The ultimate natural running shoe for the overpronator. And it's unique, because it is flexible. It is extremely lightweight, because it's only weighing 208 grams. It doesn't have a heel counter, and it's still offering the right kind of support. Let's have a look. two important things which shows the difference between a neutral version of fluid access and the fluid access for the overpronator. One, we move the fluid access more to the lateral side of the shoe. And two, by doing that, we have created a more stable platform at the medial side of the foot. And this is offering the right kind of support for the overpronator during his short runs. Let's dive a little bit more into the details of this shoe. So you can run more naturally with this shoe because we have fluid access for the overpronator. You can run more efficiently because we have an asymmetrical construction in the forefoot, which is showed with the colors as well, which helps the runner to toe off in the most efficient way. It is extremely lightweight, so it becomes more efficient as well. Also just explained by Andrew in his presentation. The lightweight is created by using a lower profile. So we go from 20 to 40 millimeters, which is a 6 millimeter heel drop, from rear to foot to forefoot. But still we're offering the needed support and protection, because we still offer our Asics gel cushioning in the rear foot, and we have a dual density construction in the tooling, so in the midsole construction, which means the top layer has a softer density, offering comfort right underneath the foot, and the bottom layer has a little bit higher density, making sure that the responsiveness is increased as well. So, when you are a neutral runner and you do your long runs on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, and you're using a gel Cumulus or a gel Nimbus, then the ideal shoe in natural running is the J33. But now we have created the perfect collection by having an offer for the overpronator as well. So when you're needing more protection during your long runs and you're wearing a Milano or GT2000, that's when you need the Gel Super J33. Because that's the ultimate natural running shoe for the overpronator, which should be used as a second shoe to become a stronger and faster runner. Now I know I'm a little bit biased, because I'm working for this brand for 12.5 years. But I have had the privilege to use this shoe now for about a month. And it doesn't only look fast, it makes you feel fast and you want to go fast.